Good afternoon, children. Today we are going to see the chapter 8 Ring Out Wild Bells. So, usually, the meaning of what we know about wild is aggressive, like the wild animals, isn't it? But here in this context, wild means huge, massive, which means very big. Okay, so in this poem, the poet is just giving us the introduction about how we have to welcome the new year. Okay, it is actually done in the situation of New Year's Eve. Ring out wild bells. Now we will move on to the poem. Ring out wild bells. Okay, to the sky, to the wild sky, which means we have to ring that huge bells. We have to ring that massive bells so that the sound could reach the huge sky. The sky is very much vast and it's very big, right? So when we just ring in that wild bell, it will reach the huge sky. If it want to you reach the huge sky means the bell should be very much huge, isn't it? So the flying cloud, the frosty light. Okay, usually the New Year's evening it will be like uh, the people, they will just celebrate it in a grand manner, right? So the frosty is nothing but it's like a snowy. Okay, even in that snow, what's happening? They are just spending it in the celebrating it in the night time. The year is dying in the night. Yes, obviously. At on December 31st, 11 at 11:59 till 11:59, what we will do? We will be just expecting for the new year, isn't it? So that's what is going on here. Ring out wild bells and let him die. So here him is referred to the old year. The poet want the old year to go, let him die. Okay, it's because let's see why he don't want this year and why he is just eager to welcome the new year. Okay, children. So on what day it's happening? It's on the eve of New Year. Now, ring out the old, ring in the new. So, ring out means we want to remove, we don't want it. But ring in means welcoming. So, we have to remove all those old things and we have to welcome the new things, whatever it can be. New refers to things or whatever character or behavior, whatever it is. Ring happy bells across the snow. Isn't it usually in December month in foreign countries and all there will be lots and lots of snow, right? So they are just telling ring out that wild bells. We have to ring that wild bell so that it can pass across the snow. The year is going. Let him go. They don't want to be in that old year. It's because since the poet is telling it repeatedly, we can know something which is not happy had happened in that year. Okay, the year is going, let him go. Pona poitu podu. Like that. And ring out the false, ring in the true. So it's not only for the poet, he is telling for each and every people living in the world. We have to remove the false thoughts, false sayings, false speech, everything. The only thing what we have to welcome is true, the thing which is true. Only that we have to welcome. Ring out the grief that saps the mind. Grief is nothing but sadness. Okay, நம்மளோட மைண்டை வந்து this sadness is there, no, it will be just moving on into our mind very slowly and we won't even feel happy. Even though there was a situation which make us happy, we won't even feel for it. So we have to ring out that type of grief. For those that hear, we see no more. So hereafter, in the upcoming new year, we don't want to see that sadness anywhere. Okay, so that's what the poet is expecting. So because this grief, right, it will make us very much weaker. நம்மள வந்து ரொம்ப அந்த sadness மட்டும் வந்துச்சுன்னா it will make us very weak. The next one, ring out the feud of rich and poor. Feud is nothing but it's like a quarrel, like between rich and poor. I am a rich, you cannot come, I mean, since because you are very much rich, you should not insult the poor, right? So that quarreling between rich and poor, it should be vanished, and ring in redress to all mankind, which means that we have to do some corrections. இந்த மாதிரி பண்ணினதுக்கு எல்லாமே நம்ம என்ன பண்ணோம், we have to do some justice to all the mankind. There should be no poor and no rich. Ring out a slowly dying cause. Ring out means just keep it in your mind. Ring out means nothing but remove. Okay, whatever is making us very much sad and making us very much weak, all these things, you just remove it from your life. And ancient forms of party strife, ancient form, the things which is happening from our ancient times, from the olden times, among the community, like party means there will be some group of peoples, they will become one party, who belongs to one community, they will become a party, isn't it? So all these things should not be there. Instead, what we have to do, bring in the nobler modes of life. So நல்ல விஷயம், what are all the good things, what are all the good things for human beings, all those things நம்மளோட லைஃப்க்கு எதெல்லாம் நல்லதோ, good things, all these things only we have to welcome with sweeter manners and purer laws. So that mannerism, we should not disrespect anybody, யாரையுமே வந்து we should not disrespect or insult. And one more thing is purer laws, sattam, it should be correct and it should be same for everyone. Whoever is doing the mistake, they should get the punishment, that thing. The next one, ring out the want, the care, the sin. I need more, எனக்கு இன்னும் வேணும், எனக்கு இன்னும் வேணும், and that thing. And sin means nothing but பாவங்கள். Okay, we will do some mistakes too, and if we want to do some mistakes அப்படின்னா அது வந்து பாவம் பண்ணியிருக்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க இல்லையா? So all these things we should not even welcome it in the ear, we should remove it totally. Okay, so ring out that want, care and sin. The faithless coldness of the time. So there should not be any diseases at all. There should not be any diseases which makes people very dull and tired, or sometimes it may lead to death even, isn't it? So we should not be faithless coldness to the times, we should not welcome that. Ring out thy mournful rhymes. So mournful is nothing but the same, sadness. So even from the children, we should remove all those mournful, sad rhymes. Instead, we have to just sing a happy songs. Even in the rhymes too, we don't want that sadness. Instead, what we want, we need happy things. See, listen. But ring the fuller minstrel in. Minstrel is nothing but songs. Okay, which makes us very much enthusiastic and energetic. Only these types of songs we have to welcome. Okay, so ring in, ring out, just keep it in your mind. Once again, I am telling you, we have to remove all the mournful rhymes. Even in the songs, we don't want the sad songs, we need only happy songs. And next one, ring out false pride in place and blood. Pride is nothing but I am the big. I only can do everything. You can't do anything. I have this, I have that. அப்படின்னு சொல்ற false pride, it should not be there. Okay, so we have to just remove that false pride. We have to be very humble to everyone, humble and kind to everyone, even not with our relations too. நம்மள சுத்தி இருக்கவங்க கிட்டயோ இல்ல even in with our relations, what we should not do, we should not show our pride. The civic slander and the spite. The civic slander and the spite means it's nothing but the people. Okay, so whoever it may be, we should not show our false pride to them. Ring in the love of truth and right. So instead what we have to welcome? We have to welcome the truth. And which one is right? எது கரெக்டோ அதை மட்டும்தான் we have to welcome in. We should not go for again the false things. Okay children, so everyone have to ring in the love of truth and right. The next one, ring in the common love of good. So common love of good is nothing but எதெல்லாமே நல்லதோ, and we have to make love towards it. The common love should prevails everywhere. இவங்க கிட்ட காசு இருக்கு, ஸோ நான் இங்கே தான் இது பண்ணுவேன் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரிலாம் we should not do anything. So ring out the shapes of foul disease. Ring out the shapes of foul disease. So all these things what we have to do, we don't want any foul disease. Okay, we have to be, instead we have to be very strong and healthy, right? So we should not, nobody will like to be diseased. We don't want to fall sick. So that's what in the upcoming year we don't want any such diseases. And ring out the narrowing lust of gold. This one even now it prevails. எனக்கு நிறைய கோல்டு வேணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு we will be just thinking, right? எனக்கு நிறைய பணம் வேணும், காசு வேணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு it should not be there. Ring out the 1,000 wars of old. Okay, 1,000 years வந்துட்டு நடந்துட்டு இருக்கக்கூடிய war எல்லாம் வந்து we have to remove. Instead we don't want to fight. The fight, what it will lead to? It will be leading to the loss of human beings, right? So we don't want that 1,000 wars of old. Instead we want 1,000 years of peace, அமைதி. Instead of that wars we need 1,000 years of peace. Okay children, and the next one, what's happening is, this is the climax. This is we came to the end of the poem. So ring in the valiant man and free. Valiant is nothing but brave and courageous man. Who he is? Yes, he is the Jesus Christ. So all those things we have to remove, and the only thing is we have to welcome this brave man of Jesus Christ. The larger heart, the kindlier hand. So we all know about, we all heard about the Jesus Christ, isn't it? He'll be very much kind. He's a kind person, and he will be helping all those fellow beings, isn't it? So the larger heart, he have a larger heart. Why? Because I think you all know that even at the time of crucifixion of Jesus Christ, he was just praying to the God that please forgive the sinners. So like that is the character of Jesus Christ, right? So the poet is telling, ring out the darkness of the land. So whatever the darkness, evil things, whatever is happening on the land, just remove it and ring in the Christ that is to be. So we have to welcome the Christ along with the peace. Thank you.